Hi there, folks. Welcome to session 89 of The Forming. I am your DM of Doom, Son of Asgard, or World Tree Quests here on Twitch and YouTube. And with me today, we have got all four members of my lovely cast. We have got Patron of Chaos. We've got Just Harry. We've got Khadija Al Kubra, and we've got Ash Howard Music. It's been a wee while since the forming has gathered, so this is a momentous occasion, and it's going to be marked with a session that will highlight that. Because, well, depending on who you are in the party, you're either at the root of a great mystery, ready to grasp hold of something that could cast a whole new view on this world, or you're about to get eaten. But with that, I don't have any housekeeping on this, so I'm just going to begin with my favourite question. Guys, what the fuck happened last session? And why is Liz making that face?
We managed to kick some ass and survive in our 3 separate combats.
We did.
Yay for that.
Very yay for that. 3 separate combats were engaged, and 3 separate combats were won. What else happened last session? There's a couple of details that I feel like we're missing.
The Lord of Twilight told an "I'll be back. You haven't seen the last of me" kind of ish with Sheila, essentially. I believe that Kieran shattered the circle sphere portal thingy, or Sheila did
So
that.
yes, so no, it did get broken. You're very correct,
Okay.
and it was Kieran that did it.
Okay. Cool.
We found a prince who was very much out of the time loop.
Well, we
Poor
didn't
thing.
find him. We may have brought him back to life.
And there's a possibility that something was done to him in the time he was alive before then, because now he's got the mind of a 15-year-old, not aware that his mother is gone and thinks that his brother is in line for the throne. And this poor king is just out of it. Oh, one other interesting thing is that, like, when Zotali was casting some magic, very necromancer kind of magic, I believe Arya, I wrote this in my notes, saw like almost like a flash of like a silhouette behind him of like the way he used to look. So that's another mystery to puzzle through. And then we all managed to reconvene back at the palace and swap notes. Gesundheit. I think Reverie went to like either cast Ascending or try and scry on like the king's brother, supposedly, wherever he might be. But it didn't quite work. Or like, I remember you trying to dig for something under a tree. I don't remember why, but I remember a tree.
It was for an item in which to try it. I think we did Sending first. I think Sending would work.
It was to find an object that could be used to help track his brother.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh, all the dignitaries' doors that were like locked magically, like from like the different, like, I think it was both humans and dwarves, or might have just been dwarves. The visiting dignitaries, essentially, and royals, like, they got let out once all. Completely. So that's also a factor.
Mhm.
And then one other big thing. Harry, you want to take this one?
I got fucking child banished to the temple for a alone time to. Yeah, you get out of here. Found a secret door because I'm him. I went downstairs and I think there's a chained up like half dragon dude downstairs.
I don't remember chains being mentioned once.
Yeah, I'm going to be 100% honest. I wrote the encounter and I do not remember chains
Yeah, neither
So,
do I.
at all.
Good
Wishful
luck with
thinking.
that. Good
I
luck
mean,
with that.
wishful thinking is right, but at the same point,
It's surrounded by a wall of force and can't harm me.
it's actually held in by a constant, never moving prismatic wall.
Yeah.
That's just floating there, waiting for you to run at it, just in case. No, of course it's not. For some reason, the sound just went weird in my earphones. Don't know what is up with that.
Wah wah wah.
Wah wah wah
Like,
to
like,
yourself.
wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. But yeah, we're trying to figure out.
I don't like that video. Please stop mentioning that video. It's a bad video for bad people who do bad things.
No hold. Liquid go squish. Liquid go squish.
Okay, we're not talking about the cursed thing anymore. So yeah, Eleyon's there, and we're all upstairs, more or less, trying to like, reconvene and like gather our bearings and figure out what the heck to do next, because shit's a little wonky right now. We're technically still emissaries here, and like people are like, freaking out a little, packing up, or trying to figure out what to do with the city.
Shit is indeed wibbly wonky. For I am a little silly wibbly wonky frog. Wah wah wah.
Yeah.
But yes, we
hope
did.
Reverie gets her jewelry though.
We did leave off. Do we remember where the party were, and do we remember which of the party members were down in the deep, deep tunnel that ends with a giant cavern where there's a big creepy dragon human thing hiding?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Oh, hide behind your back. Don't hide.
I ain't doing nothing. I live for this.
Oh, you live for this, do you?
Yeah.
Do you? Okay.
I don't think you understand how genuinely elated I will be if I die.
Why are you like this? Why are you the way
I've
you
been
are?
a DM for 10 years. Let me experience this stuff, okay?
Who hurt you?
Good question.
Well, do you know what? I'm gonna give him what he wants.
Power kill.
No!
No!
There's still so much about his backstory I'm curious about.
I'm gonna start with you. So, this creature has turned to face you, and as it comes to its full height, it is huge. We are talking 26 feet tall on two legs. Size class huge.
Yep.
Its horns are so large that you could easily carve one of them into an adornment that could mount on an entire wall by itself. Mm-hmm. It bears a great weight upon its head, very literally. And its words to you before we left last session were, "Where are they?" And at this point, it's going to come down onto all fours. To keep in mind here, this thing is the same size as a young dragon.
Mm-hmm.
It just has very humanoid features, very humanoid arms and leg shape, as well as a humanoid neck and torso shape. Everything else, draconic. It even has some remnants of hair that hang over its face. Picture Full Metal Alchemist if instead of a dog it was a dragon.
Right. Gonna kind of put my hand out in a peace motion, like open palm.
Okay.
You're gonna have to give me a little bit more than 3 words.
Where are my subjects?
Would it be detrimental to my health if I say I do not know?
It takes one of those deep rattling inhales that fill its chest. And as it exhales, this green gas vapes out of the sides of its mouth. And it says, "You will tell me, or I will see to it nothing remains of you to be found."
Okay. Pump the hate brakes a little. Subjects?
Those born to serve and worship at my claws.
And you are?
The one true king. He who will sit upon a throne built of bone, blood, and scale. I didn't see who typed that. I don't want to see who typed that. But whoever typed it, you keep his name out your damn mouth.
I was thinking it, but I'm glad someone else had the courage to write it.
Anyone got a herd of buffalo? The wildebeest, sorry?
I think we need to be prepared.
So to those at home who didn't see, in the midst of my villain introduction monologue, somebody decided to type Mufasa? At some point, when I find out who did that, I'm going to have your character put onto death saving throws by a lion. Just so you're aware.
You don't need to find out it was me. I did it.
Okay, Reverie, I'm really sorry, but at some point you're going to get chomped by a lion.
That's fine. In the end, I'm going to befriend it. Because I love it.
It's gonna be like
would take her out.
It's gonna be like that Dwayne Johnson movie where I say your fate will come at the hands of a lion, and everywhere they go, they'll see a lion and go, "I'm ready to meet my destiny," but it just keeps getting interrupted.
Yeah, 100%.
Or
I love
she
lions.
just gives it belly rubs.
Yeah,
For
Khadija, I've decided I'm going to be a physically real DM. You show me a video of you giving a lion a belly rub, and I'll let it happen.
Actually, that is something I wanted to do for a very long time. I actually discussed this the other day when I was giving lion documentary tea.
Oh, I remember that.
I wanted to work at a big cat sanctuary for like a volunteer program for like 3 months.
Speaking of lion, this is not Mufasa, so we're just gonna bypass that right on by. Because I will not have the greatest king in all of fiction dragged into the mud by being compared to this son of a bitch. So, Eleyion, you have met with the king that they have apparently been speaking about.
Right. Okay. I would like to preface this answer with the fact that I would not like to fight you. As far as I'm aware, all of your subjects are no longer in the building.
Then where have they been taken?
See, funny story, right? I assume you're talking about the dragonoid men, all wearing familiar symbols. I believe we may have had an altercation with some of them in the hallways. But I assure you it was purely out of self-defense.
Do you mean to tell me that you brought about the end of my children?
No. I mean to tell you that your children decided to jump people far above their pay grade, and out a class of self-defense, they got put in the
Need
ground.
you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That is a unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20, okay.
Another foot in the mouth moment brought to you by Eleyion.
Eleyion is the Spider-Man of this group.
Hey, I would like to point out, I have been going crazy since my character says immune to fear. So, ain't no one boss bitch in me in a cave, okay?
24, 20.
And yet, you know, sometimes semantics help with self-preservation.
But I'm still here.
So far.
So you'll take half of the damage, which is 32 acid damage.
Okay.
As it exhales, and when it exhales, it's not poison. It's it's like a stinging cloud that as you throw your hands up and back up to the bottom of those stairs, but the parts where it leaches through onto your body, you feel it sizzle and burn away at you. And it's going to bellow at you. It has been some time since I have hunted. Run, little mouse. Run.
I will. Assuming it's not throwing me into combat immediately.
I am going to say... I'm going to roll this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the head start it gives you.
Okay.
It's going to give you an 18 round head start.
Okay.
So, how far can you run on a dash?
It's basic.
So, 60 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to be using one round to heal myself.
Okay. So, 1 round to heal yourself, okay. So, 18 rounds is... Sorry. Just shy of 2 minutes. You have 1 minute and 44? No. 1 minute and 48 seconds.
Okay. My lay on hands will heal me 50 because I'll dump the whole thing.
Okay, so that's one action.
And then... Okay. Okay. How far up the staircase is it to get back to the temple? Like, how far underground that floor am I?
So, to get back to the temple, as in just to, so you, when you got to the bottom of the stairs, this thing landed.
Yeah.
So to get back to the top of the stairs is 200 feet. That's to the temple.
Mad.
To get back to where everybody else is, as I said at the beginning, was a total of 650 feet. So to get back to everybody would cost you 11 rounds of nothing but running. Nothing but dashing. You've already used 1 round, which would leave you 6 rounds left to explain the situation and then plan something.
Yeah, I'll do that. That's fine.
Okay, cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. While Eleyion is down there goading the villain into attacking you, where do we leave the rest of our party? Hopefully, in a better plotted state.
I couldn't cast sending to Amun's brother, so we were trying to locate him.
You were indeed. So you'd found an item that belonged to him. The necklace?
Yes.
And then you were casting... what was it you were going to cast using that again? Was it Scry?
Yes, it was Scry.
Okay, cool. So, let's just go quick, because I always forget it. I'm the worst DM in the world for this bloody spell. I always forget it. Let's go over what Scrying gets you. Now, you do not have first-person knowledge of this creature. You've never met them. You're not familiar with them, you don't know them well, so you have second-hand knowledge of them. Which means that they get a +5 to their saving throw. But you have a personal possession of theirs, which gives them a -4. So they'll get a +1 to the modifier. Okay? So that's going to be a wisdom saving throw, and whatever they have a +1 to it. That's even with that, that's only going to be a 14. Does that?
Yes!
So that's
Just
not
makes
enough
it.
to. That's it. Just makes it.
For me, because my wisdom saves are 15.
Oh right, okay, cool. Well, in that case, it does not succeed, and you are able to scry it. Now, with scrying, you can see and hear a particular creature you choose as long as it's on the same plane of existence as you. It has to make a wisdom saving throw. It's modified by how well you know the target and the sort of physical connection you have to it. If the target knows you're casting the spell, it can fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed. Now, on a failed save, the spell creates an invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target. You can see and hear through them. The sensor moves with the target, remaining within 10 feet of it for the duration. A creature that can see invisible objects can see the sensor as a luminous orb about the size of your fist. Okay. So, what is the focus you have for scrying again? It's the basin. Isn't it? Because you guys went back to...
My focus? Yeah, I actually think it is the basin.
You guys went back to Kernoon and Sheila's room. Because you need a sensor, not a sensor, a focus that is specific, and it has to be worth a certain amount of gold. That's why you guys went back to Kernoon and Sheila's room, because the thing there was meant for the spell scrying.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that, you see a staircase, and you can see a pretty frantically dashing Eleyion running up this staircase. And at the base of it, this hulking, huge, green-skinned creature. You could be forgiven for thinking it was a young dragon, if not for the patches of long black hair hanging from its head. If not for the adornments that were maybe once rings or bracelets but have now been stretched and overcome by scales to the point where they now just look like piercings in its wrists and fingers, and even gold bands plated onto these large horns on its head.
Reverie is gonna pull away from the basin. And there's this horror in her eyes. I think as she just kind of stares into the waters of the basin for a second. And then she goes, I don't think this is gonna go well.
Kernan will look at you. This never really gives me a good answer or a good feeling, but why?
Do you remember how they said that Amon's brother was like away on a hunting trip?
Yeah.
I don't think he was ever away. I think they took him. I think they did horrible, horrible things to him.
So
he looks like a mixture of a human and a dragon.
So then who's the young fella that we found?
What young fella?
The Babylon one who had us go and find the necklace.
That's Amun, that's his brother.
So there's two brothers.
And Amun was the king. The second in line was Amun's brother, who they took.
Amun never mentioned having two brothers. He mentioned having one.
Yeah, he said his brother was away on a hunting trip. I think they lied to Amun to say that his brother was away on a hunting trip that he never was.
Right, no, I'm following you, right? Okay, I get you. But then, if you're scrying and saying that this is that you don't think this is going to end well, I'm assuming you didn't see the young fella we just saw. So if you're scrying to find his brother, and Amun is upstairs dead, and as far as we're aware, there's only two sons, then who did you see? What Kernan is pointing out is that as far as you're aware, Amun has one brother who is away on a hunting trip. That is what Amun told you. The younger brother that you found, who apparently seems to still think that he's 15, told you he could find something that belongs to his brother so you could find his brother. And when you looked through it, you saw this dragon creature. So if there's only two brothers, why is there three bodies?
I thought correct me if I'm wrong, I thought the young fella was in Amun when we resurrected him, no?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because he was like seeing his like man arms with hair and
that
his body and going, ah!
That is something you can assume, certainly. But one thing I do have here, and I did take note of, nobody asked his name.
Oh.
I realized that before they asked the question. I was like, oh, fuck. That's so sick!
What? Oh, okay.
I'm hella confused. Intelligence. Shut up.
Reverie is gonna just I think grab the side of Kiernan's cheeks and go, "You're a genius."
I've literally never heard that said to me before.
You have now. I'll go fly up to King Amun's room again.
Uh-huh.
And just first I'm gonna check on him, make sure he's okay. Not freaking out too much.
Again, as you come in and find Amun, looking at his hands, looking at his arms, he's got like a golden plate off the wall when he's looking at his face. You find him right where you left him.
Hey.
Did you find my brother?
Well, real quick,
Uh-huh.
to confirm on a who's who, I do need your
My name?
yes.
We got warned not to give people that weren't like us our names.
Oh, yeah, for others, but I'm literally a doctor. I can, you know what I can do? Here's the thing. Can't lie. You can't lie. So, what I can do is I can give you my vow that I'm not going to take your name for any nefarious purposes. It's only to confirm.
He's going to hold up his pinky.
I'll give him my pinky.
Okay, you pinky swear. And he's going to lean up to your ear and he's going to whisper in your ear. My name's Nazir.
Well, Nazir, you can call me Reverie or Rev.
Did you find my brother yet?
No, my love. We will find him soon.
I would say at this point you can hear Eleyon's frantic footsteps coming up the stairs. As soon as Eleyion arrives on the landing, that's where now everybody's within 60 feet of each other. I'm going to count that as you are now at the top of the, for lack of a better way of saying it, the 13th round, meaning you have 36 seconds left before the one true king comes hunting.
Being chased by a half dragon man.
What?
Yes, I saw.
Help!
Okay. Can I?
Karen is just going to yell up the stairs. Did you say a half dragon man?
Acid, half dragon
Oh,
man.
what?
Huge, 26 feet. Coming up the stairs.
Okay. Can I use I was healing people, like healing myself and healing Harahal, but can I use I've been waiting to use this. The Heaven's Herald to kind of give us a boost before that happens.
You can indeed.
And I think I still have Emboldening Bond. I don't think I used that during the temple. Yes, I do. So I'll do that Emboldening Bond for us, and then I will take Heaven's Herald from my side and blow it, and that gives us Heaven's Herald. Rolls gold with trumpet. Good aligned creature blow trumpet. Up to 12 hours, so I can cover all of us, including our NPCs in the party. Allied creatures become immune to being frightened and make all wisdom saving throws with advantage. In addition, hit point maximum increases by 2d10 and gain the same number of hit points. These benefits last up to 24 hours.
Okay.
And then Emboldening Bond, I will use on myself, on Reverie, on Sheila, and on Eleyion.
So are those two... That's two full spells?
Well, Heaven's Herald is an item. Emboldening Bond is a feature I have from my cleric class.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome.
But that is
That's
an
fine.
action.
Right, okay, cool, that's fine.
Yep.
So within the space of this next 36 seconds, this is where you guys have the time to scour your character sheets. Anything you can use, boost it up. I am very, very pleased to tell you, you will be having your first dragon fight.
I'm
Oh, that was a
going
good roll.
I'm going to turn to Nazir, and I'm going to cup his face,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to cast guidance on him
Okay.
and go, at the very least, I need you to stay back.
Okay.
At for your safety. Okay?
Okay.
At the worst, I'll need you to...
At the worst, you'll need him to what, sorry?
hide.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone gets 12 HP healing and also 10 HP,
Everybody heals by
including
12.
the NPCs.
Everybody gets 12 hit points and how much?
And then 12 temp HP. So I rolled 2 d10s. I got a 9 and a 3. And it can be added for like temp HP for maximum, as well as like added for like healing.
And then you said 10?
2d10. I rolled 12 total.
And then what temporary hit points does everybody get?
Same number, according
12.
to... Yep. And that lasts 24 hours, the added temp HP. And then immune to frightened for 24 hours, and all wisdom saving throws are done with advantage. And then the 4 of us have Emboldening Bond. I'm also going to cast a quick healing spell on myself and who's lowest, including the NPCs, because I know I was pretty low still from the last fight.
Harahal looks pretty messed up right now.
Okay, Parahel, myself, if I get a mass healing word, I can heal 6 of us. So...
I didn't even notice, for some reason the sound effects didn't work. We got raided.
Oh!
Hi
good.
guys. Terribly
Hello.
sorry we didn't hear that. Welcome in. Welcome to the group. I hope you enjoy what you're seeing. Please stick around. We're about to have a major combat happen. But thanks for coming to see us. I honestly did not see. I don't know why that didn't go off. I'll need to go and have a look at those settings and try and fix that. I do apologise. Thank you for the raid. Thanks for choosing us, and I hope you enjoy what you're about to see.
Okay,
Right, so
I'll do
everybody,
that at-
so everybody gets 12 hit points, and sorry, one more time. What was the temporary hit points?
Same number, 12. And I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word on myself, Harahal, and I can get 4 others. I'll cast that at level 3, because I need my higher spell slots for a fucking dragon. Let's see, it's 3, 2, 4, so it's 1, 2, 4. Come on, D&D Beyond, don't freeze on me. Okay, so that. Okay, so that's 3 plus 4, 3, 5. So that's 7 additional HP. Not great, but it's something.
It's better
Oh,
than
plus my
nothing.
spell casting ability. Plus my spell casting ability modifier. So that is a. I'm doing that at Bard, so that's. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, because that's 4. So 11 HP additionally healing for myself Parahel,
Okay.
and whoever else needs it, because I can cover 6 people with that one. Okay, better. 62 now. So
Does
that's
anybody
better
else
than
need?
27 before.
Does anybody else need any of that healing that was being handed out there?
Zotali
Yeah.
or okay, Zotali, Reverie.
So Zatali gets
I
an
know you
additional
got hit with
11.
acid, Eleyion.
I mean,
I know you healed
if you
yourself,
really
but-
want to go overkill, you got one spell. I'm missing 1 hit point.
I've got more. It can cover 6 people. Take the healing.
Okay, if you're only missing 1, I'm missing 13.
Healing's all around. Arya plays. I
Kiernan
control people that
Kiernan will use 13 of his lay on hands on Sheila,
Oh, that's cute.
Aw,
and then he'll pump the other 12 onto himself.
What a good husband.
yeah, taking care of it.
He knew
Queen.
exactly
Sheila
how
got a
many
winner.
hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Just so in tune.
He's the Marshall Erickson of this campaign. He's just
Where's
real
my
damn.
son?
He's just real damn good at being. What is it? Marshall Erickson says. I can rock a brunch with one hand and a foot rub with the other. I've forgotten more about being a boyfriend than you'll ever learn. Like, that's Kiernan. Where's
that.
Kesley's? Kesley's is untouched, and he is just like flurrying through a spell book.
Okay. Zotali and Harahel got covered too, right?
Zotali and Harahal were covered, yes.
Okay, cool. I'm also going to activate my wing boots again before that thing comes. And I might as well do... Do I go invisible right now? It can smell. I think it's going to be able to smell you if it's a dragon, so that probably won't help. So, yeah, just my wing boots.
To be clear,
I think that's all I can do.
To be clear, not a dragon, definitely part dragon.
Okay, well, Eleyion described it as a dragon thing. So
Dragon, not lizard. I don't do that
I don't
tongue
do
thing.
that tongue thing. But I know Eleyion said, like, there's a dragon thing
Dragon
coming
man.
our way.
Big
Dragon
dragon
man.
man.
Do you know who does do that
Arya's
tongue
just-
thing, though?
Hey, yo.
This is an 18 plus channel. I'm
Pause?
allowed to say
Hey.
whatever the fuck I want.
Oh, you know what? Why not? I'll go invisible too. Might help us help me in the
I know
beginning.
who does
So.
that tongue thing. Whoever uses that spoon.
No, don't bring up the
Stop!
first spoon anymore. Stop.
He was drinking. He was drinking something.
Why?
I get kicked from the call.
I swear to
Anyways,
God, if there was ever a
Arya's
point when a
invisible.
dragon would kill you, it's going to be now. So,
invisible and flying.
you're invisible and flying. So again, as a reminder, the floor you're on, from the floor to the ceiling, is only 20 feet. However, if you go down to the bottom floor, to the ceiling is 80 feet. Okay? Just a reminder to
Okay.
you, right? Sheila has a face, which usually means Sheila's about to do something which is either going to be game breaking or it's at least going to be very funny. As a reminder to you, Sheila, you are muted. Tis confusion.
I was just double checking because I'm gonna cast polymorph and go to Sheila Rex form.
Woo!
It does
Okay.
not say height though.
How tall is
I
a
mean-
T-Rex?
Reverie could also mini you a little bit, make you room size. Since, okay,
T-Rexes,
so
I
you
think,
won't
were
break your
on
heel.
average, I think they were,
They're huge.
yeah.
No.
When
T-Rex is huge, so you're talking anywhere within the realms of, I believe, huge starts from large starts
16
from,
and 32, isn't it?
no, large starts. I mean, technically yes, but by the way most DMs work, it's double the size capabilities from the last one. So medium is anywhere from 4.5 foot tall to 9.5 foot tall. So then anywhere from 10 foot to 20 foot is large, meaning anywhere from 20 foot to 40 foot is huge. And that can either be categorized by height or length. So you can be anywhere between 20 and 40 feet tall. But if you're a T-Rex, I would say you're somewhere within the higher echelon to that. You're probably somewhere between 30 and 36 feet tall. So you're going Sheila Rex?
Just processing.
I'm gonna Sheila Rex.
You're going to Sheila Rex. Okay, so you're going to have to go at least down a floor.
Should I have my blade out beforehand? Unsheathing a blade, it's an action, right?
Bonus action.
Oh, okay. I'll save it for the round.
In that case, Kernan is going to go down to the ground floor with Sheila, where Sheila is Sheila Rexing, and when Sheila goes Sheila Rex, Kernan is going to climb up the tail onto the back for a thing.
Oh.
For a thing.
This is feeling like a power couple move right now. It's a power couple moment.
It's going to be a power couple moment. It's absolutely going to be a power couple moment. But that is what we have for Kernan. Harahal, who is not looking too good, is going to do similar to what Kernan did. He's going to drop all of his lay on hands into himself because he needs it. Zotali is going to hide.
Yep. That tracks.
Specifically using the hide action to remain hidden from sight. I'll have him roll the stealth check. That's a 23 in total for his stealth check, as he's going to hide under the banister at the top of the top floor, but with enough that he can get up and shoot down to the bottom floor. Kiki is going to do what Kiki does, and he's going to go down to the bottom floor. He's just get his big old maul, and he's just like rolling his shoulders, rolling his neck, and he's just grinning madly like, I've never fought a dragon before. I'm quite excited for this one. Last one to die has to buy all the drinks, alright?
I love Kiki.
What's everybody's last moments before we go into this?
Okay, I have a bunch of stuff, actually.
Okay, so you've not said anything, so just tell me all the stuff you're doing.
Okay, so first and foremost, I'm gonna clap Eleyion on the shoulder. Vigilant Blessing. He now has advantage on his next initiative roll. Then I'm gonna clap him on the other shoulder, and I'm gonna cast Enlarge on him. So he is now big E.
Okay.
Then I am going to use my Channel Divinity Twilight Sanctuary and pop that up for everybody.
Okay.
For when I have the time.
Right.
And then oh, I can't use it while Enlarge is up, so I'm gonna hold off on that for later.
Okay.
But I am going to smack my leg on the ground and summon a Celestial.
Okay, so you summon your Celestial into the fight as well.
Yeah, my buddy, Big Dog.
Big Stepper.
Who I've named now. Yep.
Hold on. Angels' names have to end in a specific way. His name is Big Step IL.
Yes, Big Step IL. And I'm summoning him in not Defender mode. Avenger mode.
Avenger's the one with the bow?
Yes, Big Step IL the Avenger. Mm-hmm.
I don't know why when you went defense mode, it's the most powerful tool.
It's the most powerful card in all of Duel Monsters!
All of these Duel Monsters!
I summon Big Stepael in attack mode. Okay. So who's on what floor? We got Sheila, Kernan, and Kiki on the bottom floor. Harahal's going to be on the first floor, or as you guys call it, the second floor. The floor above the ground, the floor above the bottom floor, right? That's where he is.
I'll hang back for a second with Nazir, just trying to make sure, like, Nazir and the
you're in the top floor. Okay, cool. You're in the top floor with Nazir. Awesome.
Yeah, I will also, because I forgot to do that.
I can search the web for that. Just tap the search.
Sorry, my phone registered me talking to it and was like, I'm going to search the web for that if you like.
Big Step IL is speaking to us, guys.
Wait, Google, search for the optimal term.
Big Step IL. I'm going to get my phone to call me that.
I'm also going to do, because I didn't tell everybody else when I ran off into the room to find out what the person in the king's body's name is. I'm going to lean over the railing down to everybody else and go, by the way, we have Nazir.
That's enough.
Okay, Google. What's my name?
Sure, but first you'll have to unlock your device.
Yeah.
Okay, Google. What's my name? It's not saying it out loud. Damn it. It now calls me Big Step IL.
I love it.
I love that.
I love it.
Okay,
Right. So we have Reverie on the top floor with Nazir. Zotali is on the top. Zotali's on the top floor as well.
Okay.
Below that, we have no one so far. Below that, we currently have Harahal. And below that is the ground floor, where we have Sheila, Kiki, and Kernan. Reverie, where are you going? You're staying at the top.
I was actually... Yeah, I was going to say I'm going to send Big Step IO down to that other floor that has nobody, since he's on bow mode.
So he'll be on floor 3.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Gotcha. Eleyion, where are you going?
Which floor will the temple eventually have him come out of?
The ground floor, floor 1.
Yeah, I'm going down there.
Okay. Arya.
I'm gonna float kind of like between the top floor and the middle floor. That way I'm kind of like within like moving range of like a few people in case I need to be within range of offering support. And also I'm still attack distance of the dragon in case it comes. Before I would have gone invisible, I probably would have also given Bardic Inspiration to Zotali and to does anyone have an inspiration right now or no?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll give it my last 2 inspirations to Zotali and to Kernan, actually, before I went invisible, because I can't stay invisible when I cast, and unsheath my blade, and that's about it.
Okay. Then we get to 3, 2, 1. And you all hear the rumble. You start to hear the sound of stone crumbling, coming from where that temple is. Then the doors that led into the temple, you can hear them being wrenched apart. You hear the splashing of water as this thing obviously walks through the large pool of tranquility that was in the centre of that garden patch before it led to that private temple. And then the doors that are maybe about 50 feet away from Sheila and Kernun and Kiki and Eleyion, they burst off their hinges, flying forward and out into the garden in front of the palace. And then this thing comes around the corner. And now everybody gets their first view of it. Looking everything like what you expect from a dragon, but without the slender reptilian neck, without the long and dexterous tail. Everything about it looks like a dragon, but with the proportionality of a humanoid creature. There is a lanky, greasy patch of black hair that hangs from the front of its scalp down, and the same at the back. It's got this very humanoid torso with an almost pot-looking belly. But it is the size of an adult dragon. It's going to turn and it's going to drop that human jaw. And from it is going to come equal parts draconic roar and wild barbarian scream. And it's at this point I would like to invite my party to roll for initiative.
Either.
Go.
Don't forget, Big E, you have advantage.
I already wrote. Thank you very much.
That was out of the tray and popped. Okay, not bad.
What do you want?
17.
Great.
What did you say?
23.
Damn, 22. Difference is that's me with a 19.
I'm sorry, wait, do we have 23, 22, 21 in a row?
Yeah.
I'm sorry I broke it up with the 17. We were so close.
Okay, so we're going to go... It's called...
Oh, that thing is terrifying, by the way.
Did anybody
Ooh,
get
the
above...
monster.
Did anybody get above 25?
No.
Oh! Snap! That is freaky.
Did anybody get between 25 and 20? What did you guys get?
23.
22.
21.
Okay. Sheila, you remember you're rolling with a T-Rex's dexterity, right?
Oh shit, yep, thank you.
Just want to double check because you're polymorph, not wild shaped.
Yep, thank
Oh wait,
you.
even with wild shape, you still use its dexterity because it's the physical traits. But yeah, anyway.
Oh,
You'll still get your alert bonus and your...
Yeah, you've still got
Jackal
alert and
trades,
all
right?
that good stuff.
And you can also add a roll to it. Oh no, wait, that's never mind. That's bardic inspiration, not evolving bond.
So whatever the T-Rex's dex is, you're adding 7.
7's good.
where's T-Rex stat? There we go. Oh, 0. 18 then. Sorry. Thank you.
Please. Just sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
No, you're correct. Thank you.
So Eleyion, you got a 22?
Yes, sir.
Why does this dragon look like it has teenage angst?
It does.
Because get an emo
It's the hair that gets me. It's the hair that gets me. It's just wrong.
That is the POV when someone who shops in Hot Topic and their mum tells them to go home. That is what that is.
Okay. Did anybody get between 20 and 15? Sheila, I've got yours. 18, yeah? What did you get, Arya?
17.
17. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I can confirm.
Why are they okay?
I can confirm currently at this moment we have 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17.
Oh!
That's the longest streak I've had. Unfortunately, we don't have a 16, so it stops.
Hey, that's still a good streak. It's gonna be good.
Between 15 and nobody else, none of you guys have got to give me anything yet, so it's just the NPCs at this point. So, after that 19... I believe the highest after that is a 10. No, it's not. And then bringing up the rear, our favourite boy. Okay, so Eleyion, you are first in initiative order.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
He is now coming out of the door, correct?
He is 50 feet away from you guys.
Okay. I am going to... Oh my god, okay. I'm going to use my movement to go 30 feet.
Uh-huh.
Use my bonus action to Misty Step, the last 20.
Yep.
Because I'm Summer,
Uh-huh.
he will automatically take 5 fire damage as my Misty Step poofs when I appear.
Yep, so you misty step forward and this gout of fire bursts out from you as you appear in front of him. There is this flummox of flame as you appear, and there's just as fire sears up his side. You now have his attention.
I am then going to use one of my attacks to grapple him. Because I am large, so I can grab him.
Okay.
Oh, I can attempt to.
So he then gets to use either strength or either athletics or acrobatics to get out of that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
God.
Yeah. Well, let's do this. It's going to be a lot easier for me if I just do this. Okay. What'd you get?
I rolled a 19.
It's a 22.
Yeah. Okay.
As you reach, you use one, so it's only one of your attacks that you use for that. So you reach up to grab onto him, and as your hand goes around his neck, he actually lifts up and shakes you off. You're not going to take fall damage, it's just thematic.
Okay. I'll try it again. Fuck it.
Using your second attack action to grapple again. Okay.
You can use Embubbling Bond if you want. For the
What does that add?
It adds a D4.
Oh, it's an
to
athletics
attack,
check.
Ability check or saving throw.
Okay. A D4. Oh, sick. Okay. 14 plus 4 from the D4 is 18. 6 is 24.
24 is going to do it. He is grappled.
Thank you.
Happy to help.
Yeah, I'm gonna both arms around the neck and plant my feet.
Okay,
And
so now
that's
that
my
it's,
turn.
now that it's grappled, it counts as being restrained. Awesome. Let me just remind myself here. Restrained means...
It's just grappled as its own thing.
Oh, is it? I always
Yeah.
thought if you were grappled, you were restrained. Let's see what happens when you're grappled. A creature's speed becomes 0, can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Right. Does that count for flight speeds as well?
Yeah, as long as I'm holding it, it can't move.
Okay.
But obviously, if it shoves me off, then it can.
Okay, I had an idea of something I was going to do. I can't do it. I really wanted to, but I can't do it.
Fly away with me.
I wanted to have it just fly up and then just like shake you off.
Would have looked cool though.
That would have been sick.
That should be a thing. It just means you can't physically move. You should still be able to
Yeah.
fly while grappled.
Well, that's up to you, man. I'm down.
Nah.
But that's my movement, my action, and my bonus action.
Okay, dokie. After you, it does go to... Actually, no, it doesn't. It's not. No, it does. It does go to the creature you're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to... Number one, it's going to use its... Yeah, okay. It's going to use its claws. It's going to claw. Then it's going to use one of its attacks to try and break the grapple.
Mm-hmm.
And then if it does, it's going to try and bite.
Mm-hmm.
So, first attack against you. Its attacks are at disadvantage because of it being grappled.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a benefit to you right now because the highest dice roll is a nat 20. But the first one is going to be a 16 to hit.
16 will not hit.
16 won't hit you. So it throws its claws over at you to try and get to you, but it can't reach you. So now what it's going to do is it's going to grab and it's going to try and pull you off of it.
Mm-hmm. That emboldening bond, Khadijah, is that once or is that for
Once per
duration?
round. It lasts for 10 minutes, but it's once per
Okay.
round.
That is a 25.
Oh, what's your modifier? Because I also have a 25.
Plus 6.
I also have a plus 6. We're going to need to do a roll off.
Mhm.
So, D20,
Roll
highest
it.
roll wins.
I would like to point out I'm currently as strong as a small dragon.
D20, highest roll wins.
13.
17.
Mm-hmm.
So he reaches over, grabs, and he manages to pull you off and cast you to the ground in front of him. At which point he's going to lurch forward and try and bite you.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be 28.
Yeah, that definitely is.
Okay. So you guys see Eleyion jump and grab onto this thing's neck, and you see it kind of lurch sideways, trying to get him off, tries to claw at him, but Eleyion swings round so that it can't reach, and then it eventually gets a hold of Elion's foot, throws him off, and then as Eleyion hits the ground, barely long enough to call himself prone the way he lands, this thing grabs him around the torso and just lifts and starts to thrash with Eleyion in its mouth. Eleyion, you're going to take 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 6, 11 piercing damage, plus you're also going to take 9 acid damage.
Mm-hmm.
Using you like a chew toy.
After it's done that, it drops you, and then it's going to turn its eyes on everyone, and it's going to say, "You have no knowledge of what you face." And it's going to utilize its frightful presence.
Heaven's Herald, immune to being frightened.
Okay, if anybody has immunity to being frightened, You don't need to roll.
Everyone should, since it gets 12 allies, so I got everyone.
Oh, well in that case.
You don't have to get me because I have the anyone within 60 feet of me is also, immune to being.
So we're all covered.
Then in that case, you all don't need to roll for this. Oh,
You're a gang. I ain't scared.
What's the range on Heaven's Herald?
600 feet away.
Oh well, yeah, cool. Everybody's fucking covered on that one then.
Thank you, Greater Hand.
At which point, when it sees that nobody's affected, it's just going to lurch down, and it is going to move forward 15 feet, which is still keeping Eleyion within its attack range.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm big. Easier.
With that...
Oh yeah, and it's big, yeah.
Yeah. With that, it goes to Reverie. Harahal is on deck.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna kinda... Is there a railing? I'm gonna sit on the railing. I don't care if there is or isn't one. I can fly. Well, not really. It's... Whatever. I can stand on
what you basically did was,
step.
is there a railing? I actually don't answer that. I don't give a shit if there is or isn't.
Yeah. I'm gonna...
Exercising for bisexual rights to sit where things are not meant to be sat on.
Yeah, of course. Natural. My natural cat-like instincts. I also deeply have the instinct to, when I see something sitting nicely on a table, to push it off. Anyway, my point is, I'm gonna sit on the railing, just, I'm vibing. And then, how far away is he?
You're on the top floor, so from you, he is 80 feet below you.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna do guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Can I do this with a spell? That'd be crazy. No, I can't. Okay. That would have been nuts.
Why? What is it you were looking to do?
I was looking to see if my divine strike worked for spells, but it specifically says a weapon attack.
Oh yeah.
Does a 21 hit?
21 will hit.
Cool. Okay, 11, 13.
Sorry, forgot to roll something.
16
Okay. Sorry,
radiant
go ahead.
damage.
16 radiant damage, and it's now glowing as well, yeah?
Yep, and the next person to attack it has advantage. And then, at the end of my turn, it is my big Stepael's turn.
It is indeed.
So he's going to also shoot.
Rooty tooty, point and shooty.
Absolutely. Let's see. That is a 16.
16.
Yeah.
16
Do
does
that
not
hit?
hit.
Okay. Big Stepael misses.
Big Stepael did his best.
Big Stepael try real hard. And that's my turn.
Okay. After you, it goes to Harahal. Harahal is going to leap over the banister, and as he's in midair, he's going to bonus action to use his fighting spirit, giving him advantage on all of his attack rolls. and then he's going to let it all out on this guy. So he gonna make that attack, or well, he gonna make all them attacks. He gonna make a few attacks. Fighting Spirit. There we are. Click that off. So that's his bonus action. Right, time to slice and dice.
Anyone for Dragon Sashimi?
Okay, so we've got a nat 20 on the first hit. His second attack is a 21, which will hit. And I believe that he only gets the 2 attacks. Yes, he only gets the 2 attacks. I'm actually just double checking that because for some reason I feel like no, he's not high enough level in fighter to get the 3rd attack roll yet. That's okay. Because what he did get back on his turn is his action surge. So he's also going to action surge to make the attacks again. So 2 more attacks. That's an 18 plus 8 is 26 will hit. And then a 25. So all 4 of those attacks are hitting. The first one is going to have a critical on it. So his weapon, he is slicing one-handed. Well, no, he's currently technically wielding two-handed, but thematically he's using one hand to move it, but he has nothing else in his other hand. So that is going to be 1d10. And he's going to use his last spell slot for a Divine Smite on this. So he gets the 2d8 on that. So 10 plus 4 is 14, plus 8 plus 8, so that's a total of 40 damage already without rolling the dice. 45, 52, 60 damage in total on the first attack. Now we roll the other ones. $81, 82, 90, 98 plus 4, 102. His last damage dice here. This is no smite on this one. 109, 113 damage on that attack roll. He has no spell slots left, his action surge is gone, and he no longer has fighting spirit. He's also going to take 2d6 fall damage.
But damn, boy, way to make it count!
So he'll take 5 damage. So he leaps over the banister, and as he falls, he draws the sword. And as he's falling, he's slicing, swinging this blade. And as he had the first 3 hit, there's like a brief flash of light as they all connect. On the last one, he lands. You hear a kind of crunch, and then he spins, and his blade slices at the creature's foot. And he spins round, and he puts the blade back in the sheath. And then it's the as the divine smites all take effect. As he dealt out 109 damage.
My man's turned into a baby.
I mean, look who teaches him. You know what I mean? Just following suit.
After
He's been with you for
Harahal,
5 minutes.
after Harahal, we go to Sheila Rex.
This is nice and easy in Sheila Rex form. She is just gonna charge and try and chomp.
Charge and chomp, the standard for Sheila Rex.
Exactly.
Okay, you charge forward, make your chomp attack.
That is a 23 to chomp.
A 23 to chomp, that will be a hit.
Yay!
It's the terrifying, gripping moment whenever Sheila's rolling damage, because you know it's going to come up high when it's Sheila Rex form.
That is 34 piercing damage.
34 piercing damage, and is that counted as magical when you're polymorphed? I think it is.
No, I don't
No, it's
think so.
not?
I think it's just regular piercing.
Let me double check that. If I polymorph into a T-Rex, do I deal magical damage? Ah, okay, cool. Awesome.
Do you?
So you bite down onto this creature. And you just find your teeth, as they bite down onto it, they have no purchase. As it has an immunity to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage that is not magical.
Bastard.
Oh no, that fucks up the Sheila Kernan. Wait! It slows it down by a turn, but it doesn't fuck it up.
The one thing the T-Rex can't stop.
Oh no, I was going to do something so cool, and now I don't think it...
Love.
I think it slows it down, but...
Let's put a damper on the plan I had. You said non-magical, right? Oh, I can still do that.
Okay. It can still be done. It's just slowed down by a turn.
Oh no. Sheila, the one time bite no work.
No chompy.
No chompy.
Oh.
So the chomp don't work.
The chomp, no chomp.
The chomp, no chomp. Is there anything else you would like to do, Sheila Rex?
That's all I had. My whole life is mine.
I've killed players in horrifically gruesome ways, and I didn't feel this bad. I've described people's favorite NPCs getting ripped in half in front of them, and I didn't feel this bad. And because one person couldn't do damage with one particular thing in their arsenal, I'm like, oh my god, I'm such a dick.
Because it's your specialty.
This thing just used Eleyion as a chew toy, and I giggled, and you couldn't bite it, and I'm like, oh no, my heart. I feel bad.
To be fair though, Eleyion giggled too when he was getting used to chew.
He did.
Yeah. Whereas, like,
insane.
this is some. Whereas
But that's because
Chop
Harry
Chop
has
is,
a
like,
genuine
therapy for
want for his
Sheila.
character to die.
Not like more than I want him to live, but I want to experience death. You know what I mean?
Oh.
No.
No, not at all. But this is like something that Sheila Rex looks forward to. I get it. The
So,
little pout was so cute.
with that being the end of your turn, Sheila, it moves on to Arya.
Okay, how far away is this guy again?
You're between the first and second floor?
Yeah, it was like between, yeah.
Okay, so then...
Like, it was in the middle.
So to be clear, you have the bottom, the ground floor, then the first floor, then the second floor. Are you between the ground and the first, or are you between the first and second?
I was between the first and the second. I figured
Okay.
middle ground was the best way to go.
20... 40 is the floor of the second one, so you're about 30 feet off the ground?
Oh, perfect. So, yeah, I wasn't too high. I was like hovering in the middle, essentially.
Uh-huh. So you're about 30 feet off. You're about 30 feet from the ground floor.
Okay, cool. So 30 feet away from the dragon. Okay, that just gets me there. So I see Sheila take a chomp. It had no effect. So, okay, so stabby kind of normal things probably isn't going to help. So I'm invisible and on my wing boost still, so can't be seen or heard. So,
You cannot be seen by normal means.
yes. Fair enough. Correction. So I'm going to try and use my 30 movement to get close to the dragon and see if I can get a sneak on it while being invisible and in the air and place my hand on it. Because initially I was going to try and stab it, but
Okay.
seeing as that in the eye, but seeing as stabby's no work, instead I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds.
So you have to make an attack roll on that. So it's going to be a melee spell attack.
Yes, it's a touch-based one.
Touch-based spell. So you're rolling 1d20 on that one. You do not have advantage.
Okay.
As you land
Says
and you put your hand out, it almost seems to begin flinching away from you. But you still get to make your attack roll.
okay. Hit DC. I'm gonna add the bolting bond first. Bismillah. Okay. Okay. So let's do 4. 2, and then plus 7. So I rolled at 1. I added my D4 attack, so that was just 2, and then hits plus 7 on inflict wounds. So
So a
7,
10.
8. Yeah, not great. Dang it.
So you feel that crackle of necrotic energy through your hand. You reach it forward, thinking because you're invisible, and it just lifts its leg and turns its green eyes towards you, or towards your general area, and then inhales through its nose. It does have blind sight,
Oh well.
so it can't see you. It doesn't know where you are. In the same sense of like if somebody that can see invisible things, they can see you. But it knows your location. Whether through its heightened sense of smell or hearing, or whether it felt you on the ground, it got an uncanny sense that you're within its radius.
Okay. All right.
So that's your action. Do you have a bonus action you want to use?
Let's see. Bonus action spells. Let's see what I got here. Gonna cast, let's see. Shield of Faith on myself real quick.
You can't do Shield of Faith on yourself.
Oh, I can?
You've already cast.
Oh, creature within range.
No, you've already cast Inflict Wounds, so you can't cast a leveled spell.
Oh, right. Right, my bad. So I'll take that off. Okay, so any bonus actions that aren't? Okay, well, Let's see. Bonus action. It's gonna take me out of invisibility, but it's better than being within range. I'm gonna Misty Step, using my Fey Touch feat, so I'm not using a leveled spell, and just kind of Misty Step out of range again, still in the air though.
Okay.
Because if it senses I'm there, I'm not gonna get the drop on it if I'm invisible anymore. So not really much point of being invisible.
That's true.
And then action, movement, bonus action. Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. After you, it's going to go to Zotali. Zotali is going to lean over the railing, pull up the short bow that he has, pull it back, and he's going to fire.
Still got Bardic Inspiration too, right?
He does indeed. He's not going to use it just now though, as that is going to hit. 19 plus 7 for a total of 26. As he fires this arrow, deadlocks on, the arrow flies, and as this thing is looking at you, you see the arrow just hit the scales on its cheek and just shatter. As Zotali doesn't have a magic weapon. And nobody said to him magic weapons don't work, so... And then he's going to use his bonus action to duck down behind the thing again, as he's going to use his bonus action to hide. Okay, cool. That's a much better one. He gets a total of 26 on that stealth check.
Nice.
But that's all he can do, but now he knows that doesn't work.
I don't think non-magic items work on this thing!
At which point, Kiki's just going to grin, and he's going to go, well, I don't have to worry too much about magic items now, do I? And he's going to take his maul, he's going to run it. Kiki's going to use a cold shot, so he's going to use his full action.
Non-magic items.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said magic items, so I got confused. Okay.
Kiki's going to use his cold shot to make a full all-out attack, swinging for this thing's head.
Ooh.
So he makes the attack roll with disadvantage, but if he hits, he deals max damage. And then he rolls on a table to see what kind of extra effect he gets.
Come on, Himbo.
So with disadvantage... he has Great Weapon Master, so I do get to re-roll one of these, because one of them's a nat 1. Okay, that dice just disappeared. Okay, cool. So it's not great, but I think it is enough. It is. It's a meets it, beats it on an 18. No, sorry, on a 17, sorry. Meets it, beats it on a 17. As 11 plus 6. So he's going to do the maximum possible damage he can, which is 2d6 is 12 plus 7, 19. And he gets plus 10 on that because of Great Weapon Master. Oh, shit, fuck. No, I fucked it. I missed it, so it's fine. So he's going to swing this up. He's going to deal a total of 29 bludgeoning damage straight to this thing's jaw. And now I have to roll a d6 on my little table of wonders to see what extra thing he does to this thing's jaw or face.
Wild magic?
No. So I have, you know, like I said before we started the campaign, I have called shots in this game. Called shot means that instead of just rolling a generic attack, you can use your entire action to make one attack. You make it with disadvantage no matter what. And if you successfully hit, you do maximum possible damage. You don't roll damage, you just do the max. And then you roll a d6 and you get an effect depending on the area you aimed for. The effect can be anything from breaking the bone to completely severing the part of the body.
Ooh.
So like, you can aim at someone's head and you could maybe smack them so hard that you take their eye out, so they have disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight. Or you could break their nose, which means they have disadvantage on perception checks that rely on smell. You can break their jaw, meaning they can't talk, which means they can't cast spells with vocal components. Or in some cases, you can just decapitate them, and if they can't survive without their head, they die.
Nice.
Kiki did not get that, but he did get the one where he breaks its jaw, which meaning that one side of its jaw hangs loose. It doesn't use spells, so I'm going to vary this slightly. I'm going to say it can't use its bite. If it tries to use its bite attack, it has disadvantage on the bite because, you know, one side of its jaw is broken. And I'll also say that the DC to avoid its breath weapon is going to be lower because it's not breathing out in a stream now. It's going to kind of seep out.
Yay, Kiki!
Does that sound fair to everybody? Okay, cool, awesome. So Kiki runs up, leaps through the air, swings this maul in a full arc, and you watch the pure raw diamond head of this maul crash into the side of this creature's jaw, and you hear that sickening as the jaw breaks out of the hinge. Kiki's gonna land, combat roll, get back up, and just go, he shoots, he bloody well scores! And then he's going to bonus action to roar at this thing as he's going to enter his rage.
Woo!
And I think that's all Kiki can do. He just uses his action to do the one attack. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, that's all he's got right now. So, after Kiki, it's going to go to Kesselies. Kesselies is up on the top floor. He's hurtling through this spellbook, and then he's going to go, found it, and he's going to, it's almost like he does that, and he peels it off the page as he takes out this spell, spins the arcane sigil for it in the air, and then throws it out. And then he's going to yell to everybody. He's going to say, I'm really sorry if anybody gets hit by this. And what he's going to cast is Fireball. But he's going to use one of the feats, or one of the things that he can do, because of an item he has, where he can change the elemental damage of what he throws, of the spells that he casts. So he's going to shift fire to ice, and he just hurls this solid chunk of ice at this thing. For anybody that's familiar with him, he is a Bladesinger wizard, but he does have an item that allows him to change elemental damage of spells, as long as they are spells that are on his spell list, that are on the wizard spell list. So, he is going to do that at basic, at the 3rd level. So this thing has to make a dexterity saving throw.
I assume I would as well, right?
Anybody within melee range of it. So that's going to be
30 feet.
So yeah, it's going to be yourself. That's going to be Sheila. That's going to be Harahal and Kiki. Oh, wait, no, wait, no, you don't. Nope, you do not.
Oh, sweet.
One of the feats he has, he can control the damaging radius of his spells.
Nice.
A chump built the wizard, obviously. So it throws this down. You guys don't need to make you don't need to make saving throws. As it lands, it's going to crash into this creature. It does fail the dexterity saving throw, so it's going to be 8d6 cold damage. Five and 5 is 10, plus 5 is 15, plus 3 is 18, and 18 plus 2 is 20, plus 3 is 23, plus 5 is 28 cold damage, crashes into this creature. Slams right into it.
Nice job, Magic Man.
After his turn, it's going to go to Kesselis. Kesselis is... Sorry, what? What's up?
At the end of his turn.
Uh-huh.
He's on the top floor with me, right?
He's on the top floor with you, yep.
Yeah, he can take 16 temporary.
Awesome, he gets 16 temporary hit points. I'll note that down. Kesselis, the 12 that he has disappears and he gets 16 instead. So it's going to go to Kernun. Now Kernun is going to rethink his entire action. And instead he's going to climb around to Sheila's face. And he's going to look at Sheila and he's going to go, "Look, love, I know that you have the mind of the giant terror lizard that you are right now, so I really hope you don't chew my hand off." And he's going to put his hand inside your mouth and touch the gums. And then he's going to cast Magic Weapon. That's his bonus action. You touch a non-magical weapon. Until the spell ends, that weapon becomes a magic weapon with a +1 bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls.
I'm just imagining the teeth turn like gold, like almost like a grill.
I'd say because wood elves tend to use like copper and bronze and green, it's almost like the teeth become metallic and they have like a kind of copper tone.
Kieran, let me see your grill, Willow Whip.
Kiernan, did I mention the Springlands has dental, Willowant? And then I guess what he'll do is... Does he have anything he can cast at this route? I suppose he could jump. And yeah. Nothing much. Oh, wait. He's going to use his Channel Divinity. So he's going to take his sword and he's going to hold it out in front of him and he's going to... Apparently this does something, and apparently people want this to be a thing, so do you know what? Get fucked! And then he's going to point the sword towards it. He's going to use his Channel Divinity in Nature's Wrath. This has to succeed on a strength saving throw. DC 17.
You've got emboldening bot. No wait, not emboldening. Inspiration. So.
It's a DC. It's a saving throw.
Oh, I thought it was
no, the creature has to make a saving throw.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be a strength saving throw. Strength or dex saving throw. It gets to choose. It's going to use its strength because that's its high. Oh well, they're both the same. Roll a d6. If it's a odd number, strength. Even number, dex. Even number, so it's going for dex. Here we go. That is going to be a success. But the moment it succeeds, Zotali is going to pipe up and he is going to cast... going to cast Silvery Barbs. Silvery Barbs comes in with a 5 plus 6, making an 11. And then Zotali will give the advantage from Silvery Barbs to Sheila for the attack roll. Or, well, I suppose there's other people in melee range. I mean, it makes a lot of sense to me that he's going to see the largest thing comparable to this dragon and go, yeah, give that thing the advantage. So he's going to give it to Sheila. This creature is now restrained by spectral vines, which creep up, and it's completely bound within them. It can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, but until such time, it is restrained. Which means, while you're restrained, while this creature is restrained, its movement speed becomes 0. It cannot benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against it have advantage, and its attacks have disadvantage, and it has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Woo!
And with that, we're going back to the top of the initiative order, but I'm going to take a 15-minute break to allow everybody to grab snacks, do the bathroom, anything they need to do. And we'll be back in 15 minutes, guys. Do not go anywhere. We will see you in 15 minutes. Hi there, folks. We are back at the top of combat round 2. We are missing Liz just now. Liz is going to be back with us in just a few minutes. But we're going to go back in the top of the initiative order. Eleyion, you is up.
Okay, I'm going to be situating myself in front of it. And just both actions and bonus action on all 3 attacks.
Roll to hit.
Yes, sir.
You do not have flanking on this because this creature has blind sight.
I'm going to use my last luck point because that is a 1.
You also got emboldening bond still.
Dude.
Tapping around.
Oh, what? You're loud. Hold on. Sorry. What? No. There. Okay.
The first one will be a 27 to hit with the emboldening bond. Second one, that is terrible. 14 to hit, which I'm 99% sure misses. And that's not great. So, first one's a 27, second one's a 14, and the third one is an 18.
27 hits, 14 doesn't, 18 is the meets it 18
Okay.
hits as well, sorry. Meets it beats, it's a 17.
Perfect. I'm going to put my blast second level slot on one of them, and then a first level on another for smites. And then... Okay. Plus 10. Oh my god. Rolling like ass. 3. $21 for the first one.
21 points of damage.
Yeah, which for me that is terrible. And then
About to say, are you telling me another attack roll? Because that seems real low for your usual.
that was a D6, a D10, 2D8 plus 8. I rolled like 2, 3, 7.
You
Yeah.
got humped. Okay, cool.
I mean, Eleyion did get chomped on, so maybe the dice were following that.
That's slightly better.
Did get utilised as a chew toy for a slight moment.
That is slightly better. The second one will be 6, 12, 25, 7, 35 points of damage. There is fire and radiant in there if there's resistances. I can split it out if you want me to.
No resistances.
Okay, cool. And that's my turn. Just gonna wail on it.
Hey. Alrighty, that's your turn, yeah? Then it's going to go to its turn. As you strike into it, it kind of reels back a bit. Its arms coming up to kind of defend its face. And it's going to make its attacks. So. It's going to use its breath. As you're striking into it and smacking it back, it's just going to turn and kind of like belch out this spray, this acidic mist. So I need everybody on the ground. Actually, wait, 60-foot cone. The only people who will not be hit by this is anybody on the top floor. It's a cone, so it goes out in all directions. So I'm going to need anybody who gets hit by it, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, Constitution.
If any of the people in melee within 10 feet, they gain +5. If they're within 10 feet of me. From my aura of protection.
I think the only person who's within 10 feet of you is Harahal.
That is fine.
But in all fairness, that means that you benefit from Hara. No, Hal doesn't have armor protection. He's only got 3 levels in Paladin.
I'm gonna. Okay. 17, and I'm gonna use my emboldened bond to just be safe because my constitution's not great. So that's a 19 save for me.
Hold on. Who else have I got with bats? Oh, cool. Okay, that's easy to remember for me. So, Harahal Constitution is a 16. Kernun's, that was the wrong thing to do. I just deleted Kernun's character sheet.
Oh
Sorry, deleted the tab. I didn't delete the full sheet.
okay.
Let's just get that back. There we go. Hiya, buddy. Back there you go. Kernun, decisively worse on a 14. And Kiki, currently raging, comes in with a whopping 21. So dum dum dum. What did everybody else get?
19.
18. Is that with the T-Rex's constitution? Cool. 19, 18. Eleyion?
12.
Okay.
That's with a +9, bro. My dice hate me.
Switch your dice.
Reverie, you're a flying boy.
What?
Your Celestial
Yeah.
needs to make a con save.
Breath weapon.
Oh, sorry. I thought he was on the second floor, so.
Yeah, but it's a 60-foot cone, so it spreads out.
Okay.
It's everything but you on the top floor.
Everything but
Okay,
the top
okay.
floor.
And his con. Oh, goblin. Oh, his con's actually +3, so that's actually not too bad. 16.
16. Okie dokie. So I'm just going to count this up just now. Oh, that's an alarming number of 6s.
Try bunnies.
Okay, so for those who failed, which is anything below a 17, for those who failed, you will take 69 damage. Hey.
Oh, it's a
Yes,
good thing I
sir.
saved.
R.I.P. Big Step IL.
So,
Pour one out for the homie.
so
Oh, God, I
Harahal
used.
Harahal goes down. Kernun is alarmingly close to death.
I'm not looking great either.
So half of the damage that he took is 35. He has to roll that to maintain concentration. What is it you roll for concentration again?
Constitution save. Either 10 or half the damage rounded down, whichever's higher.
So it'd be 68 half is 34. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
shit.
DC 34 con save.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, Sheila. Your mouth is no longer magical.
To be fair, the being polymorph saved me.
Okay, that was Not what I expected to come from. Oh wait, Kernan dropped off the back of Sheila. So Kernan would
Would
be...
I be blocking?
No, Kernan would be in range of Eleyion.
Yeah.
Which will put Kernan had a 12. And what's your mod? What's the modifier your Aura of Protection gives?
+5.
So that puts Kernan at meets it. So he takes half the damage. 17. 12 plus 5 is 17. I thought that was... Is that bad math? Am I mathing wrong? It's 12 plus 5, 17, guys. People are shaking heads and nodding heads, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't like numbers.
I was just shaking because I thought it was 18. Meets it beats it in that you would lose.
No, so meets it beats it. If you're rolling the saving throw, meets it beats it means you win. So then that 69 for him becomes 68, 68 becomes 34. So half of the damage that he's taken, so he's in a better position health-wise, and 34 would be 17. So 17
He's
constitution
DC
saving throw.
17. Which he has a +5 on because it is a saving throw.
It is a saving throw. So, again...
And...
what's up?
I was gonna say, if you still have... I don't think he uses his Bard's Inspiration either in that, because Motor Potential works as a saving throw too.
What's the dice you use for that for you?
Give me a second. I think it is 8. But let me just double check. Motor Potential.
It's either an 8 or a 10 at level 10 bard.
So 6 plus 5 from you makes
Yes,
11.
1d8.
11 plus 2 makes 13, and he gets a d8.
Yep.
That's an 8. So for a total
There you go.
of 21, he's taking half that damage, and Sheila, your mouth is still a magic weapon.
Friendship is magic, bitches.
And Kernan takes decisively less damage. So that gets an additional 34 added on to that. Okay, cool. Kiki takes half. He's also raging, but that only affects bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, so he's still taking half. So that's his temporary hit points gone as well. And Harahal hits the deck.
People who save take half damage, right? What was the half damage again?
Half damage is 34. 34 acid damage.
Thank you.
So that being its action, that is the end of its turn. Which means it goes to Reverie.
Hi, people are hurty.
People are very hurty.
That is an accurate description.
Yeah.
Any ouchies?
I'm gonna use my fancy stippy steps and launch off of the railing to go down. So that way they're in my aura.
Okay.
God, you got such aura.
I know. And while they're in my aura, I'm going to cast Aura of Vitality.
Aura of Vitality, awesome.
And with my bonus action, Harahal just went down, right?
Harahal went down, yep.
Yeah, so he's back up with 9 HP.
Back up with 9 hit points.
Yep.
He's back on the menu, boys. Okay. He has 9 hit points back.
Who's in your radius?
I think everyone.
Oh, sweet. Thank you, Reverie.
And not Oh no, it's a bonus action. I can choose one person.
Oh, I thought it was the aura
my
thing.
turn.
Never mind.
I would just like it to be noted that I've officially changed the name of Shiny and Gold to Cash and Prizes because you guys have just had a Cash and Prizes redeemed.
Oh, yay!
Ooh.
Fun stuff for later.
Thank you. Really saving us since Big Steppin died.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my turn, I believe. Because I don't think I have a bonus. I use my bonus action. I don't have a
Okie dokie. Then after Reverie, it goes to Harahal. So Harahal is going to use half of his movement speed to get up. And then he's going to make his attack rolls. So he doesn't have advantage on these and he can only hit normally. I don't think... okay. I don't think he's got anything really he can do to give himself any kind of boost.
He can believe in himself.
He can use the power of friendship to save the magical pony kingdom. Nah. Not really much you can do on that one, unfortunately. So he's just gonna swing. Roll to hit. That's a 15 on the attack die plus 8, so 23 in total. So it's going to hit, just not going to do a massive amount of damage. It'll take 7 damage. He'll attack again. Because why not? That'll be a hit on an 18. 1d10. That's only a 1. So that's a total of 5 damage. Okay. That's Harahal done, so it goes now to Sheila with her magic mouth.
Hey, Chompy Chomp.
Chompy chomp, do it.
This could be a good one. $29 hit.
29 hits.
That +1 to my attack was unnecessary for Kieran, but hey ho.
I don't think he was doing it for the +1, I think he was doing it for the magic chomp.
I think so as well.
Bless you.
Thank you.
$37 magical piercing damage.
37 magical piercing damage. Alrighty. Anything else from Magical Sheila?
That'll be it for now, thank you.
Okie dokie. So with that being the case, it now goes to Arya with Zotali on deck.
Okie dokie. People are still pretty rough looking, so I'm gonna cast at 4th level Mass Healing Word on all my friends playing Mass Sanctuary. Oh, those were good rolls. That's 8 plus 3, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14. So people get 15 HP back. I'm gonna give that to Harahau, myself. Who else got hit pretty bad with the acid damage? Eleyion then? Let's see. Anyone else get hit with Karanin, I think? And who else was hit?
By the
did
breath
Kiki get
weapon.
hit? Yeah.
Okay, so by the breath weapon, everybody was hit except Reverie, Zotali, and Kessler's. Everybody was hit except.
Okay, so
And Nazir, right?
Nazir's not counted in the combat roll.
Awesome.
okay, so it's
He
me,
hiding.
Herhal, Eleyion, Sheila, Kiki, and Kieran then. So that's 4, no. That's, I believe that was 12? Did I count that right? 12. Yeah, 12. 12 points of healing for the 6 of us.
Okay, so everybody gets 12 points of healing except for Reverie, Zotali, and Kessler's.
Mm-hmm. And that was a bonus action, so I've still got my action. And I'm going to Vicious Mockery the guy. So he's got to make a Wisdom save of 16.
Give me just a little moment just to get everybody's health up to where it's meant to be.
Okie dokie. That gives me time to think of a good mockery.
Okie dokie, right. Wisdom save, yeah?
Yep.
Wisdom save! That's a 12 plus 7, 19.
Ah, dang it.
So you try to think up a mockery and there's no words that come to mind, so the spell just fizzles on the end of your tongue. Passes unspoken.
Shit! God, shit! Still working on being mean. I'm gonna try and fly a little farther out of range. I'd say I'll move 10 feet out. Or hang on, it was a 60-foot cone of acid, right?
60-foot cone of acid, yep.
Okay, I'm at 30 feet away now, so I'll move to 30 feet, so I'm more out of range. Because I can still cast attack spells from 60 feet. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, this creature is going to make anybody within 10 feet of it make a dexterity saving throw. So I believe that'll be Sheila, Kernun, Harahal, Eleyion.
If anyone hasn't used their buffs.
Okay, cool. Kiernan whiffed that. So that one from Kiernan, meaning he'll take critical damage on this. Harahal dumped a fat 5 on that. So just double checking I've got this right. That is dexterity. So Kiernan's definitely failed. Harahal's definitely failed.
Ah!
Sheila?
12.
12, okay. Eleyion?
24.
Okay, and Kiki can't be affected because he can't be knocked prone or moved against as well. So, to anybody that failed on this, DC 17, you're going to take damage as this thing starts to buffet its wings, flapping its wings as hard as it can. So 2d6 plus 6, that's a 6 and a 5, that's 11 plus 6, 17. Kernan's going to take 29 because he crit failed. So Kernan takes 29. Kiki. Oh well, he'll still actually have to roll to succeed because half in the damage. That is a 6 plus what he fails, but he still takes half the damage because it is bludgeoning damage. So the 29 becomes 14 for Kiki. Harahal goes down. Poor buddy. And if they failed, they go prone. So Kernan goes prone. I believe Sheila goes prone and Eleyion also. What did you get, Eleyion?
24.
Oh no, Eleyion, you're fine. You don't go prone.
Is there...
And then it gets to move its movement speed as part of... Move its flight speed, sorry, as part of this. It's going to fly into the air towards Arya. As the only one not prone... Oh no, everybody's put your... Oh, as the only one who isn't pushed 10 feet away, Eleyion, you would get an opportunity attack, and Kiki would also get an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Goody.
Because it does not provoke, it does not negate opportunity attacks. So Kiki's going to make that just now. Kiki misses.
I got a 21.
21 will hit. Roll your damage.
I've only got first level smites, but I'm going to use one. Might as well.
If you got him, smoke him now.
If you got him, smite him.
There you go. Smite him before you fight him.
Smite him if you got him.
32.
32
damage.
damage. Okay. It does not look good. It looks very shaky. As it flies up, like you slice at one of its feet, at one of its back legs, to the point where three of its toes come off. It's now just flying up towards Arya. Its entire body laced with cuts and burns, and there's bits of ice stuck in its side and stuff. It's not looking altogether too well. That was at the end of Arya's turn, so it now goes to Zotali. I am going to get this over and done with right now.
Hopefully before the dragon comes at me.
Yes, it is. He's going to use his final. He's going to use his. He's going to use his last second level spell slot, and he is going to cast a spell on you, Arya.
Oh.
Do you want to willingly fail?
Dominate monster.
Yeah, I'll fail.
Okay.
If I get the sense it's coming from...
You willingly fail, and you feel that kind of like, you feel a kind of twisting lurch in your stomach as he's going to cast Vortex Warp on you. And he's going to essentially teleport you from where you are to on the floor. Like 60 feet below you on the floor.
Oh, so now the dragon's in the air with me, right?
That's his action. I do not think he has any bonus actions. He has the ability to hide. Actually, no, he has the ability to hide. That's it. So he will bonus action hide.
Shout out. Thank you!
Oh, wait, actually, wait, no, hold on. He can do something else. He's going to spend 2 sorcery points to change that casting time from an action to a bonus action. Then it gives him an action back.
Smart boy.
With the action back, he can cast a cantrip. And the cantrip that he's going to cast fuck it, we ball. He's going to cast Mind Sliver.
Ooh.
The thing is to make an intelligence saving throw.
I love the cantrip Fuck It Wee Ball. It's my favorite.
Fuck it, we ball is a great cantrip.
I'm telling you, it's so good.
So that's a 3 on the dice. It does have a high intelligence modifier. No, it doesn't. I'm lying. It's got a +4. So that's a 7. Which means that it fails. Which means that he is going to deal to it 2d6 psychic damage. And it has to subtract 1d4 from its next saving throw before the end of Zotali's next turn. So 2d6. That is 6 and a 5. That's 11 psychic damage dealt to it.
Nicely done.
So that's Zotali. After Zotali, it's going to go to Kiki again. Kiki's going to, wash, lather, and repeat. He's going to aim to... Oh, wait, no, he can't. He can't hit it. He can't hit it. So I believe his rage ends.
Oh, hang on. It was in when it was coming towards me. Was it passing him? Wouldn't he have gotten the opportunity to attack too, like Eleyion did?
Yeah, he did. He made his.
Yeah, he got it.
He made an opportunity.
Oh,
attack.
I didn't catch that. My bad. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, he can't. He can't hit it. You flew 60 feet away, it flew 60 feet. Okay, hold up. Kiki can move 40 feet. Okay, so Kiki can get up 2 flights of stairs. Right, okay, I've got this. Kiki's going to move up 2 flights of stairs. He's now 40 feet up, which means this thing is 20 feet away from him. He's going to bonus action to use his face step.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna take some damage from falling from this, but he's also raging, so that ain't gonna do shit. And he's gonna miss it. He's gonna face step onto its back. The saving throw doesn't come into it because it can't be charmed. And then while on its back, he is going to take between its shoulder blades. He's going to raise his hammer up and he's going to strike twice in between its shoulder blades. I have an idea for this. Because of his barbarian subclass, when he hits somebody, as long as he's hitting them with a heavy weapon and he's raging, he can move them 10 feet.
Oh.
So, right, that's cocked. Okay, cool. So, on the first attack roll, we have an 8 plus 11 for a total of 19. That's a hit. Math. On the second one, we have an 11 but it's actually a 6. Yeah, 11, but it's actually a 6, add on 11, which is a total of 17, which is a meets it beats it. So both of them will successfully hit. So that's 10 damage from each of them already, because of the Great Weapon Master. And then it gets 2d6 plus 7 on each of them. 4 and 2, 6. Another 4 and 2, 6, so that's 12. 12 plus 14, that's the 7 from both attacks, makes 26. 26 plus 20 makes 46. So he deals 46 bludgeoning damage, and as he hits it, because of his thunderous blows, he can push the creature 10 foot away from him in a direction of his choice. It has to make a strength saving throw to not be pushed. It'll make 2 of those. Okay, so it fails 1 and succeeds on 1. So he'll deal 46 damage to it. Sorry. Yeah, 46 damage to it. But it's moved 10 feet closer to the ground. Meaning any Eladrin on the ground can at least face step or misty step to get in range to attack it if they need to.
Very nice.
Nice.
And then he falls 40 feet. Because he's not able to use an action to save being on its back. He will take 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 3 is 10, plus 2 is 12. So 12 half becomes... He takes 6 damage as he falls 40 feet. That's
But a
Kiki.
scratch.
And now it goes to Kesselis. Guys, please stop carrying around so many NPCs with you. I don't like this.
Yeah,
We can't help we're popular.
Kesselis is going to lightning bolt. And he's going to try and end this. So he's going to try and lightning bolt at 5th level. This thing has a d4 that it has to take off its next saving throw. Oh, it should have been on the last one. Well, missed it. It's going to be on this one. That's a 12 on the die. Minus 1 makes 11. 11 plus 6 is a 17. That's not going to be enough because Kesselis' spell saving throw is an 18. So it's going to get whacked by 10d6 lightning damage. Six and 4 is 10, plus 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16. 17, 18, 20, 25, 28. 28 lightning damage. As this thing flaps in the air, gets whacked down 10 feet, shrugs Kiki off. Kesselis is going to get to another page, pull it out of the page, and as he pulls the sigil out of the page, it just melts into lightning wrapped around his arm, and then he throws out 2 fingers, and he's going to fire off a lightning bolt, and the lightning bolt is going to tear through this thing. Electricity rattling all through its body.
My son is so cool, you guys.
He really is.
It's going to flap, and then as it goes to flap again, you hear the snap of its wing, and it's going to fall. It's going to hit the ground. It's going to start trying to crawl as if to get out of the front door. It's leaking all kinds of fluid onto the ground. This thing is dead, or it is in its death throes. And as it gets to the kind of front door, looking out to the gardens, which have a giant metal door crashed through them, it's going to reach out its mangled, broken claw, stretching out and then its claw just falls limp to the ground. And you guys are out of combat.
Whew.
So what's the... Once this creature falls, there's no other cultists, there's no other people in this city. An uneasy quiet starts to set in. What would you guys like to do here?
I would like to land kind of in between everybody, using my little bouncy steps to kind of walk down, and I'm gonna spend 10 minutes to ritual cast prayer of healing.
Okay. So within the 10 minutes of that prayer of healing being cast, anything that anybody else wants to do?
Sheila looked like you were about to say something. Go ahead.
Oh, but didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry. I'm just gonna drop polymorph. But that will be it for me.
Okay, so polymorph drops and Sheila comes back to their usual self. Eleyion?
I found that thing downstairs, in like an underground passage in the temple's secret back door.
What is with all the secret tunnels in this place?
And then it hit me with the, "You've killed my children." And I thought I'd go for like dragons-like power. So I thought I'd like prove I'm a badass. And then it got more angry.
So you put your foot in the mouth again.
I said I didn't kill your children. I said your children bit off more than they can chew, and they basically killed themselves. So
You foot in the mouth.
theoretically, but maybe there's something in the room. I didn't really have a good look. It just kind of landed in front of me and acided me and told me to run.
Worth a check.
Yeah.
Real. I can go and look when it's done, but you guys are all pretty beat up.
Yeah, maybe after we've got some healing.
We should have used your super evil dragon lance.
Well, it's what's done is done now. We're all alive. That's what matters most. I'm gonna fly. While still in getting a healing and stuff, I'm gonna fly up to where Zotali and the king. What was the prince's name? The
Nazir.
Nazir, and to Zotali where they were hiding, and just very kind of like keeping like a kind of calm tone because this Nazir was probably pretty freaked out by this. Just like it's safe to come out now, guys.
As this creature dies and you get to Nazir, Nazir's body is starting to change and warp. Hair falling off of his face, the body becoming slimmer and less bulky and muscular. Until what's in front of you very much looks like Amun, but looks like Amun in the way that a younger brother might look like his older brother. Less of a squared jaw and more of a softer, delicate facial structure. Sitting there now holding to him the clothes that are very much too large for him. Definitely still older than the mindset that he's stuck in. Looks to be in like his maybe early to mid-20s.
Hi. You might not remember me. I'm Arya. How are you feeling? You doing okay? I know it's probably all pretty scary and confusing for you.
I don't know what's going on.
That seems to be the case with a lot of us. It's a confusing time, but we can figure it out together. But we'll make sure that nothing bad happens to you while we're here, at least.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do now.
Well, what would you like to do now? We could start with Matt.
I want to leave here. I don't want to be here anymore.
Okay. We could take you somewhere else. Would you like to come with me? Maybe we can go out to the garden and wait. See, maybe a little fresh air will cheer you up a little. And she'll kind of gently hold out her hand to him. She's very much treating him, because also by Eladrin standards, he is pretty much an infant to her. So she's pretty much treating him like a scared child.
I mean, physically he looks to be somewhere between 20 and 25. Mentally, he's definitely like 15. Like
okay.
He's
he's
a young teenager, like in his mind.
So then she kind of approaches it more like how Maltharion used to kind of treat her when he would come get her out of the wardrobe when she was scared and lost feeling. Just not talking down to, but being gentle with. And trying to make him feel safe.
Okay.
Like what his wants and his needs matter in this moment. So, do you like music? If you'd like, I could play you something. Try and cheer you up a little while we get some fresh air.
Just kind of shakes his head. Doesn't speak anymore. Just remains silent. But you take him downstairs.
Yeah, but I'll Actually, I don't want him to see the dragon corpse and all that nonsense. So, want to see a fun magic trick? I can get us from the top here down to the garden, lickety split, without even going down the stairs.
He just nods.
All right, take my hand.
He takes your hand.
Now, you gotta get a running start for this. Ready?
He nods.
Come on. Get set. Go! And we'll take a running leap, and I'll cast Dimension Door and get us to the garden where the fountain and the sunshine and all the brightness and beauty is, without having him see that.
Okay. How far into the garden do you want to go? You've got 500 feet you can go.
Wherever seems the brightest and the most calming and most beautiful. I think what he needs now is just a nice place to decompress. That because he probably, even though he's in the teenage mindset, he probably grew up in the gardens and like in the palace. So wherever feels comfortable but familiar, so he can decompress.
Okay, so you bump him right into the garden, bypassing him having to see what is now very evidently his brother's corpse.
See? Wasn't that fun?
To the rest
Beautiful
of the
day
party, to the rest of the party, do you guys have anything you want to do now this creature is dead?
I'd like to backtrack to the temple.
You
and have a look if there's anything in the room.
The dragon body changed at all?
Hasn't changed, no.
Okay.
Still draconic. Still draconic looking.
Once everyone has healed, which by the way is 20 points of healing.
20 points of healing.
Thank you.
Then I am gonna follow Eleyion.
Okay.
The
I
spooky room.
think Kiernan is going to learn from the past and not let people go off in small numbers, so he's going to go with them into the temple.
Smart.
I'm absolutely chastising both of them the entire way. Like, they're both still very much hurt. There could still be more danger.
Kiernan
Where do
and Kiki and Harahal are kind of like supporting each other while they walk.
where does Zotali go? I know I went up to tell him it was safe to come out too.
Zotali walked down the stairs when you teleported, so you can't tell where he's going at this point.
Fair enough.
As you guys go downstairs, going down to check out what might be remaining inside that underground temple area, you can see within like the kind of sand that is filtered through down here, and is kind of, you can see giant, huge claw marks. You can also see Eleyon's frantic footsteps. This thing has basically ripped the ceiling / floor. The floor of the temple, but the ceiling of this cavern open. So even while you're walking down this staircase, you can still see bits of the city above you. Mm-hmm. Because it's now been opened up by this thing tearing its way through. And as you make your way down to where you met this thing as it landed in front of you, with it no longer blocking the view, you can see what's down here. The remains of what was maybe originally going to be like a mausoleum or something or something akin to like a pyramid, something that would be used as a place to store the revered dead. You can see there are kind of corridors and tunnels built off of it. If they go anywhere, you can't tell, but there is like a raised dais in the middle of this chamber, which does have a large sarcophagus on it. But there is already somebody standing at that sarcophagus.
Whatever.
You definitely don't recognise them. They are tall. They are wearing resplendent golden armour. They look like a knight. Like, I'm talking like gold plate. They have no weapon that's visible on them.
If I pop my divine sense, do they flag as celestial, fiend, or undead?
No, they don't.
Okay, that's a good sign.
Yeah, I'll bite. They're just
Literally.
standing there. Yeah.
They've got their back to you. They're looking at the sarcophagus.
Who are you?
And they turn to look at you. Do you know what they look like? They look like Liam Neeson.
Okay.
But like, you know, like when Liam Neeson played Zeus and he had the beard?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They look like that Liam Neeson. And they turn and they look at you, and now I can get his Liam. I've just got Liam Neeson's head in my voice in my head.
I don't know who you are.
They turn and look. They turn and look at you and go, "What I do have is a particular set of skills. Skills that make me very dangerous to people like you." No, they'll turn and look at you and they'll go, "I'm wondering if you can help me."
Possibly. We would need to know what's up, and also, again, who you are.
All that you need to know right now is that I am a friend. I give you my word on that. For the other part, it'll be very simple for you to help me. I just need you to open this sarcophagus.
What are we going to find if we do so?
A relic. something that I need. Any riches and treasures within it are yours, I have no care.
And you can't open it yourself?
It's warded against me.
Specifically? That seems like quite the curse.
It's warded against my kind.
Which is
He just gestures above.
angelic orchestra starts playing. A lion beams down.
One of my kinfolk.
No.
Ah,
No.
Why is...
Eleyion-
he's not celestial. I
Eleyion popped Divine Sense.
Oh.
checked. Why is everybody a fucking dragon?
Oh, that makes more sense.
Everybody.
well, not everyone. I mean, we did have lots of undead. Anyway, sure.
This is the center of your world. This is where creation rained down. So this is where we dragons feel most at home.
Yes, I like to help dragons. Most dragons are our friends, excluding what?
Well, so far it's rather 50-50.
I think it's more decisively in your favor than that.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I'll-
How many dragons have you fought?
one.
No, technically half. A half a dragon. That is what you've fought.
And how many friends were helpful / like nice to us?
So
One,
many.
two. Yeah.
Okay, mine's Moody. That's the only experience I've got, okay?
But Moody isn't antagonistic necessarily.
I met Tinkle Death for 5 minutes, and apparently I caused her death.
Reverie is significantly more relaxed now knowing that this is a dragon and will absolutely push the sarcophagus.
Well, hold on. What if it's trapped? Can I at least check?
Gestures
I mean,
to it.
if
He's
you-
like, be my guest.
I will check for traps.
Okay, roll me an investigation check. as
I don't
you
think it
search
is,
for
but-
is it survival for traps? It is. It's survival for traps. It's a survival check, not an investigation.
7.
If 10 minutes are still in place, you still got the emboldening bond if you need to make a saving throw too. So
I got a whole 7.
A whole ass 7. Okay. As far as you're aware, this thing could either be completely untrapped, or it could be rigged to some kind of magical explosive that will blow the moment you move it. You have no idea.
cool. I'm gonna do it. Step back.
Sheila, do you want to open it?
No, I'm gonna do it.
Reverie, roll me an athletics check.
Yes. I have the most HP here. Right?
I keep forgetting that Reverie is hench as fuck. Like,
Yeah,
she is so hedge.
ripped. She's ripped. You said athletics?
athletics.
Dirty 20.
A dirty
Hey.
20 as you push against this thing. There's a brief second where you're like, oh, this isn't moving. And then that seal, that kind of vacuum seal on it that's been there, pops. And there's a wave of dust that explodes out from it. And you push it, and then it falls off. And inside, there's a body. That body is wearing beautiful, resplendent plate armor. In its arms, there is an astoundingly gorgeous shield. And in its other hand, clutched against its chest, there is a beautiful, glimmering sword in a fine scabbard. And this person is going to walk up to you, Reverie, put a hand on your back and say, "Thank you, I appreciate this." And they're going to take a hold of the body and just throw it over their back. Lands with a clatter and a crash.
Jeez.
And then they start to root around in the rags and stuff at the bottom of it, and then go, "Argh," and they reach in and grab hold of a stone slab.
Earn the slab.
And they take hold of it, they look at it and they go, I thank you.
Of course.
For your aid, I give you this. And he gestures to the corridors attached to this chamber. He says, that one will lead you into collapsed tunnels. It goes nowhere. This one will take you to an exit in the northern parts, or the southern parts, sorry, of the desert. It will take you to the outskirts of the storms. And he'll gesture to the last of them. And he'll say, this one will take you to what was supposed to be a bathing chamber, a preparation room for the dead. It has been flooded. It's an easy way to get to the ocean. Good day to you all. He'll turn and he'll make his way to leave.
Can Sheila quickly stop him?
You can certainly try.
In Draconic,
Uh-huh.
she is just going to say, safe travels, brother.
She will look to you. Sorry, he will look to you, sorry. Smile a little. Bow their head in a kind of greeting. And they will say the same phrase back to you with one change. They say to you, safe travels to you, niece. And then they will continue walking.
God, Uncle Stranger, crazy. I can understand Draconic.
I'm just digging. What else is in the sarcophagus? I paid money for jewelry that I don't think I'm getting. So
At the bottom of this, there is gold, jewels, adornments, bracelets, lockets, rings. Like there's a pile. There's a fortune buried in here. Whoever this was a very important person. They have
not anymore. They're dead.
They have this. Yeah, they're dead. They just got launched 50 feet away from their resting place because a guy wanted a bit of rock that they had. So yeah. So what's in here? Let me just go and I will read the entirety of it.
I gotta make my money back.
Oh, hey, if you backtrack to that place, maybe it's in like a cabinet somewhere, and you can just grab it.
Stat.
Not gonna lie, I'm gonna do something similar, but get your money's worth.
Okay,
that's
cool.
My next step.
Due to the history and the time and the amount of wealth often stored in places like these, a king's wealth, as well as the tomb's purpose, would have a substantial amount of gold. For a king of this standing, your players should receive anywhere between 10 to 25,000 gold pieces.
Uh-huh.
And you guys had a cash and prizes redeemed for you.
Uh-huh.
So that means anywhere between 20 and 50,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a D100, and whatever the number is, I'm going to half that, and then that'll be whatever number times 1,000 gold pieces you get. Or equivalent with non-magical items that are there. So, D100. D100. Let's see what we get. Okie dokie. So the D100 roll that we get here, when we half it, becomes 36. So in total, inside this king's sarcophagus, this ruler's sarcophagus, not including not including anything that looks kind of stand out, you find 36,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
As well as like jewels and jewellery and such. The total value of everything you find comes up to about 36,000.
Okay, so if we split that evenly
It's
among
9K.
all of us here, no, because we have NPCs we have to pay.
I mean, for one, just being 100% honest, one of them is a steward of a kingdom right now, and that kingdom's entire wealth is gems. The other one is a literal king. Okay, one of them's a poor student. Could probably deal with it. Could probably do with getting some gold.
And the other is currently a pauper, kind of.
Mozotali,
But we also
yeah.
have Nazir.
And the other one is a lowly soldier with who now currently I believe has accepted an apprenticeship and is not getting paid.
Yes.
True.
And we also have Nazir now, who is
Technically, this belongs to Nazir.
yeah, technically, but like we're not gonna tell him, and he's not here, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We really
Yeah,
like the kids,
turn-
but we're still totally going to rob his family.
Well, they're dead, and they're not using it.
That is also fair.
So, the four of us, then we
Yep.
have Harahal. Zatali needs some money.
Yes.
That boy needs some stuff.
That boy needs.
That boy needs stuff.
I'm
Um,
taking him into the village.
Kesselis and Nazir all need to get paid. So that's 8, right?
It's 45
Yeah.
each.
Thanks. I'm using a calculator. You're using your brain power.
So,
Well, I just halved it because you doubled the amount of people.
so everybody gets 4,500 gold pieces.
Sweetness.
That feels so much better. I'm a lot more comfortable with that number than what I had. That I worked really hard for.
Even more gold. 4,500?
Yeah, you're rich,
4,500.
rich.
Of all people to be rich. Not because she came for money, but because she doesn't really, like, accept out of necessity. Like, money doesn't mean that much to her.
Everybody in our party is kind of low-key rich except Reverie.
Did you have any gold before that?
Yes, but only because we had done the autumn thing right before we came here, and I demanded payment from my brother.
Crazy.
That's fair.
I said, that's great. Pay me, please. I'm poor. I asked my brother for a loan.
And with you guys,
Okay.
sorry, what are you going to say, Eleyion?
I will say, do we have a bag of holding? Because I can't carry 4,500 gold. Because that's
No,
like
it's-
£200.
I thought it was on encumbrance rules.
I don't use encumbrance rules.
Okay, fair enough.
Also, you do have a bag of holding.
Also, get your own. Stop using mine, mate.
Oh, one,
You
I
have
don't
the
use
money
it.
for it now.
One, I don't use encumbrance. Also, we have a bag of holding.
Sorry.
Sheila,
Sheila has a bag of
Sheila,
holding.
no, y'all fucking don't.
Fair, fair.
I believe in bag of holdings for everyone.
Yes. Because my purse is my space. You don't go through someone else's purse. Once you
Listen.
put items in here, it's mine.
I believe in bag of holdings for everyone. I think every party member should have their own to fill with stuff.
I love how Sheila's rules is. I'll carry it for you, but as long as it stays in my bag, it's my property.
Gotta ask for it back. You know what? That's fair rules, honestly. And it's good to know them now officially.
So, Sheila, are you allowing everybody to use your bag of holding to carry the gold?
Someone's gonna have to give it my
No.
share to me when they get back upstairs, though, because I'm
No.
currently in the gardens.
Everybody carry your own shit.
Not your pack mule.
I'm not even there.
Not your pack, Rex. Ooh.
Okay. And actually, I think there is somebody that's strong enough that could lift the 36,000. If you put it in the one receptacle, because I'm pretty sure Kiki can carry that. He is strong.
Probably. He's strong.
With that, with you guys gaining your cash and prizes, which has been given to you now, I believe that's where we will end today's session. And I'd like to thank all of my party for showing up. Thank you to our lovely raiders from earlier on who came in, and thank you to anybody that stayed to watch the end of it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you've seen here, please do consider coming and seeing our other games. There'll be nothing on tomorrow, as we don't stream on Tuesdays very often. But our next show will be on Wednesday, 6 PM CST, where our lovely folks at To the Skies will be going toe-to-toe with a kraken. But not a normal kraken. A larger, more famous kraken. If anybody's familiar with that lovely, lovely world of Theros, it'll be a familiar face. So yep, 6 PM CST right here at twitch.tv/World Tree Quests. Also go and check out all of our social medias. We have pretty much all of them at World Tree Quests. We're only using Blue Sky at the moment, but we are going to start filtering back into things because, well, necessity, because a lot of places are getting locked off from certain people in certain parts of the world because the world is going to hell in a handbasket right now. And if you would like to see anything that I do personally, you can check me out at Son of Asgard on TikTok. I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start posting about homebrew items and such that I've made, so you'll be able to find out information and lore about some of the famous items from this world that I've created. There. Another thing that I would just like to say, guys, just as I said a minute ago, I do acknowledge that the world is going to hell in a handbasket. It is now more than ever that the phrase I love to sign off with to people whenever I make TikTok videos about staying lovely. It is now more than ever important that we do remember to stay lovely, and that doing the decent thing, doing the right thing, and doing the nice thing for any other human being is completely free. It does not cost you anything. I never want to make assumptions about people, but I have a basic knowledge that the majority of the human race is born with an idea of what manners is, about what the good and the right thing to do is. I implore everybody that is watching right now that hears this to have a bit of compassion and a bit of space for your fellow humans, because right now the world really needs a whole lot of human right now, because apparently we're an overpopulated world. There's too many humans on this planet, but for the fact there's too many humans, we're not seeing a whole lot of humanity. So in your daily goings about wherever it is you live, whether it's a city, a town or a village, whatever, doing the right thing doesn't cost a thing. And I will always put that little further message out there of saying that a truly selfless act will always spark another. So please do keep that in mind. That's the last I'm going to say. I'm going to pass over to my players and allow them to plug anything they would like to plug. Harry, anything you've got going on?
Only a blue sky that I only remember exists whenever you ask me this question. That guy, just Harry, where I will post apparently once a month. It's kind of on theme. But other than that, I'm a busy boy, keeping my head down, grinding, and playing D&D with awesome people on Monday night.
Thank you very much for that, Harry. Moving on to Ash. Is there anything you'd like to plug at all, Ash?
Nope, if you want to find me and bother me on social media, I'm Ash Howard Music on most channels, but apart from that, work is kicking my butt. So, I got nothing new.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that, Ash. What about yourself, Liz? Anything for you at all?
If you want to see me be unhinged anywhere outside of the stream, you can check me out on all social medias as Patron of Chaos, all one word, or patron _of _chaos. I'm on Blue Sky, I'm on Insta, I'm on TikTok. Sometimes I'm on Twitch. I very rarely stream, so don't follow that. Additionally, as long as everything goes well, I will be at UK Games Expo, so you can come and see me and say hi and hang out. I will be bothering my friends again in person.
Yeah, we love being bothered, specifically in person.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bother us online, bother us in person.
Mm-hmm.
And last and most certainly not least, Khadija, anything you would like to plug at all?
Hi, if you want to hear my words or read my words or see more of my stuff, you can find me at Khadija Al Kubra on Instagram, Archive of Our Own, also on TikTok, where I am best known as the Book Dragon of the Bookworm Archive. You can look it up on at Bookworm Archive as well. If you like wholesome fantasy, escapism kind of like vibes and cozy comfort kind of stuff, which frankly we all really need right now, as well as having really good book recommendations shoved down your throat, particularly books that, according to some people, deserve to be banned for some reason. I'm the gal you go to for those recommendations. But as far as seeing me play D&D goes, you cannot find me anywhere else except for here, where I am exclusive to World Tree Quests with these amazing storytellers and just general people who are awesome. And I do want to also, emphasize what our lovely DM here said, that, it really doesn't cost anything to be kind. Maybe world peace is not a thing that is ever possible, but world kindness is at least reachable. So, yeah, just be there for each other if you can.
It's definitely a time to lean back on community and support each other, and anything local. Support your local library. Support your local
100%
meetings. It's what slowly makes the world a better place.
What a message to go out on. So with that being everything from my players, that's everything from me. So that's it from us. Thanks for coming to see us today, folks. I've been your DM of Doom, Son of Asgard, or World Tree Quests, here on Twitch and YouTube. With me today we have had Just Harry, we've had Ash Howard Music, we've had Patron of Chaos, and we've had Khadija Al Kubra. From all of us here at World Tree Quests, good night, stay safe. If it looks like a dragon, talks like a dragon, and acts like a dragon, it's probably a draconic abomination made from half a person and a draconic soul. Or a dragon. Either way, you're going to get chopped. And also, don't pull a finny. Good night, folks. Good night.